Hey, it's Joe Amoia with another great Smarter Dating tip just for you. One of the things I hear almost every day is this word called chemistry. You know what I'm talking about. You've got this belief in your head that if you're going to spend the rest of your life or you're going to be in a relationship with someone, you've got to have chemistry. And I agree. There definitely has to be something there. But what I found is most people have a really, really distorted view of chemistry. What you're going to learn in this video today is the 3 ingredients that you absolutely must have in order to have real and everlasting chemistry. So let's look at these 3 ingredients, or making chemistry, kind of like making a pizza. There are 3 main ingredients. You need the dough, you need the sauce, and you need the cheese. And if you're Italian, you don't say sauce, you say gravy. So you need you need all 3 of those things. And that's what you need to have true chemistry. And so the first one is pretty obvious. That's the attraction. Look, I'm not Mother Teresa. I don't believe that, you can be in a relationship with someone if you're not attracted to them. So the first ingredient is attraction. Yes, you absolutely positively have to be attracted to someone on some level to have a long-lasting and fulfilling relationship. The problem, and this may be your problem, is you've got a really, really distorted view of what attraction is. For some individuals, they have this belief that attraction has to be, you have to sit across from the person, you have to gaze lovingly, and your panties have to get all wet. That's just not how it works in the real world. Now, again, I'm not saying that you can't have an attraction to someone. But if you look back at all those relationships where you had that kind of chemistry, where you just couldn't keep your hands off the person, you had this incredible sex life. If you look back honestly, how did that work out long term? See, that's a lot like making pizza saying, I've just got the dough. It might work temporarily. And I bet if you go back and you look at that relationship, what you see now is that you were focused on the attraction, and there were a lot of other signs, a lot of other red flags that showed he wasn't the right guy for you. So the first step is, yes, you absolutely positively have to be attracted to someone. But realize there's a difference between being attracted to someone and being infatuated by someone. So that's the first step. So once you get the dough, now it's time for the other ingredients. And the other ingredients are just as important, if not more important. And the second one is trust. You've got to be able to trust that person. The reality is, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, you've got to know that they have your back consistently. And this is one of the biggest mistakes, again, that I see women make. Is they pick someone whose actions are showing consistently that he can't be trusted. And then what do? We make the excuses, well, it'll change, I can deal with it, it's not that bad, it'll get better. Yeah, how has that worked out for you? It hasn't. So you've got to be able to trust someone with all of your life. And the third ingredient, now we're going to put the cheese on, that's intimacy. See, what intimacy means is being 100% authentic, showing all of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I get emails all the time that's saying, how lucky I am to have this perfect relationship. My relationship isn't perfect. There's this thing called life. We've got 3 kids. Natalie's a woman, I'm a guy. We see things differently. We process things differently. But the reality is we show each other who we really are. All of it. And we love and accept each other for who we are. But the things that we don't agree on or we don't see are so insignificant and so small that we can quickly get past them. The reality is there's this thing called life, and life is going to throw stuff at you. Right now, as I'm talking to you, Natalie's down and her grandmother is literally on her deathbed. She's literally got, days, if not hours. And it's caused, a lot of interruption in our normal schedule. And we've had to do things, and we've had to pitch in. And, my job as her husband is to make her life easier. So I've been able to, pick up the kids and take care of the kids and, take care of dinner and do those things. And I do it not because I have to, I feel forced, it's because I want to do it. Because, again, getting back to trust, I want Natalie to know that I always have her back. And I know she's proven it over and over again to me that she always has my back. So, again, I do understand how important chemistry is. But the purpose of this video is really to help you take a look and really define what your idea of chemistry is. And here's the thing. If your idea of chemistry has been working for you, then God bless, keep doing it. But if it hasn't, it's time to take a look in the mirror and maybe reevaluate and revisit some things. So again, you might want to go back and revisit this video, 2 or 3 more times and really, really own this. Because if you clearly define this, it'll be really easy to recognize when you're with a guy who simply meets all these criteria. So again, the first one, it's attraction. The second ingredient is trust. And the third is true intimacy, where you are your authentic self and he is his authentic self. And you don't keep secrets, you don't hide anything. You simply are there for each other as much as you can be, pretty much 100% of the time. And again, that's not perfection. We all have moments. But when those moments, things get dropped, we quickly go back and clean it up. So I really, really hope this helps. I really hope I don't have to revisit this topic ever again, because if you're stuck on this chemistry thing, you've got to realize you've got to have all of these these 3 ingredients. And if you don't, it's not chemistry. Okay. Again, I hope this helps. If you know someone who has a habit of going after guys where chemistry is vital and it's so important, only to find out weeks, months, or maybe even years later that the guy wasn't able to deliver what she really wanted, please pass this along. It's going to make her life so much easier. As always, love to hear your comments and feedback. We'll see you next week. Have an awesome week. God bless.